Hey everyone, this is Robert Solomon coming to you from South Studio One with the Smart Start podcast, designed for inspiring entrepreneurs who want simple yet effective methods to grow their online lifestyle business. What's going on, everybody? If this is your first time listening to this podcast and you'd like to stay up to date, you can head over to robertgsolomon.com for some useful links and tips. Okay, guys, today will be the seventh and final part of the Skilled Mentoring series. Over the last week or so, we discussed emails, and different parts of the email needed for you to start and grow your list. In part one, we talked about the importance of headlines and how it needs to relate to your subscribers. For example, when you write a headline, hurry, health and fitness buffs get your free workout video, you know exactly who the headline's for. Workout buffs. You always want to keep to the theme per se, keep to the one point, okay? And you can refer to all this by listening to the podcast on SoundCloud. Now, in part two, we talked about the sales letter or sales page on the web, just a different way to pronounce or say it. We reviewed the best practice, when and when not to personalize it, and always get to the point with an easy to read, easy to skim through page. Usually it's a good idea to keep it at one page and with a definite call to action. So the individuals reading it, your subscribers, your new subscribers, you got to lead them to what do you want them to do? There's a reason for your sales letter. It's a sale. So tell them to buy at the bottom. Call to action. In part three of the Smart Start podcast series, I started to discuss email lists and the opt-in pages to build your subscribers by offering value, offering an ebook, a PDF, and just basically building the relationship with your subscriber by offering them something to resolve their issues and their pain points. Okay? Now in part four, I talked about different uses for creative emails by attracting your ideal subscriber with useful tips and examples. It sort of goes with part one, like I said, with the headline. Your potential customer, who are you attracting? And once you attract them, the emails have to be related to why they signed up to your email list in the first place. This is just an overview of the podcast. Sometimes I like to do an overview because it sort of refreshes your memory. You can always go back at any time and listen to them, take notes. I'll have transcripts put on each one of these soon. I didn't do that right off the bat. I didn't want to delay the release of the podcast. In the future, I'll start adding it. A lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes to get this taken care of. In part five, moving on here, of the Smart Start podcast, I talked about the importance of sticking to your guns, per se. Focus on one product, one service, one advertising media, one social media like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And when you do this, it makes your life so much simpler. There's less confusion for your customers, your patrons, especially in your emails. If you have more than one link, if you have multiple links, have it going to one place. Have it going to an opt-in page to capture your reader's email, then to what you discussed in the email. Now, you follow a little different rule when you're emailing your already subscribed subscribers. The only way you'd probably want to have another opt-in list, an opt-in box or opt-in page, is if maybe, I like using this, your barbecue chicken people, you start talking about winter items, winter cooking methods, maybe beef stew. You could have them opt into another list and hence go to another email series. Bunch of neat things you could do there. They could stay on the same barbecue list, or if they want, they can adjust their subscription just for the winter. They like to organize their subscriptions. They can do that in the email program I use. Get Response lets you do all that with a click of a button. Pretty cool. Check out the link below. I believe you get a 14-day free trial. Okay, let's move on here. Oh yeah, you know what? When was that? Episode 4 or 5, I was talking about spam and email programs. I discussed the words that trigger spam. I had a list of those. They'll be in the link below. I didn't add them to the resource pages because I promised you that before. So some of the same usual characters are on that list, certain words. I'm sure you ran into a lot of them by now. But yeah, that'll be down there in the link. And you just go down there, click on it, print it out, whatever you want to do with it. All right, now let's move on here to part 6. I discussed building your list, start to craft your perfect email series. And again, you hear this a lot. Build strong relationships with your subscribers, your patrons, which are returning customers. That's what you want. You want returning customers. And also, I discussed never dismiss an idea you might have, because that one idea, sometimes as silly as it might be, or maybe something realistically useful to people, that might lead you to your first dollar and off to a first million. You never know. I said it before, keep a notebook with your ideas, your thoughts, and key off for a good email or a good project that you might have. All right, well, this, like I said, this is part 7, just an overview. And I hope you enjoyed the series I presented over the last week, and look forward to reading some of your comments and suggestions. The successful people are the ones that think, what if? What if tomorrow is the day? What if tomorrow I make my first sale? They never give up and picture their success and think as if it is here in the right now. That's nobody else's quote. I didn't get that from anybody. That's how I try to think. Here's a good one. Kids are graduating from school. When you were in 12th grade of high school or college, your 4th year in college, did you ever think or dream, what it would be like to walk across the stage and get your diploma? Or could you actually picture it, that day, how excited you would be knowing that you completed something and you feel fulfilled? That's how you need to feel. Even if you're not having any success right now, you need to think, and your actions need to speak success. So that's my pep talk. Don't forget the resources page for this podcast series and a link below. Remember to bookmark the resource page. And the new resource page is up to date for what's hot. And remember that spam list. So guys, like, subscribe. If this is the first time listening to this podcast, get on my private email list. Stay ahead of the game. Till next time, be yourself. Never stop improving.